Also, I wanted to talk about their clutch performances. And right now, another point of weakness for the Mavs in being so young is that they really struggle to close out games. Like, if it's a close game with 5 minutes left, odds are they're going to lose. And when I was looking at the Warriors going back to 2011, they kind of had the same problem. That season, their offensive rating, or their net rating, they were 29th in the clutch. And then going into 2012, it went up to 10th, and then 11th, and then 3rd. Can you speak about how they grew in the clutch? Was that just improving their skill level, or did you see a mental growth from them that helped them to close out games?
I think it was a mental growth more than anything, because 2011 until 2013, when they made it back to the playoffs, they were a young team, and they didn't really know how to compete in tight situations because they're losing 46, 50 games a season, so they haven't really ever been in those close situations. But I think as they grew and as they started to know and be comfortable with one another and be confident in how they played, I think that's the most important thing, because if you look in 2013 in the playoffs, they got through the Denver Nuggets in the first round in 6, and then I think it was game 1 against the Spurs, they had that brain fart against the inbounds where I forgot who threw it in. I think it was Steven Jackson, but someone threw it in to Manu Ginobili, and he was wide open. I think that was supposed to be Kent Bazemore's rotation, but he wasn't there. So I think it's just more of growing and just being aware of the situation and accepting what the situation is, and then determining what the best course of action is, because the Warriors had never been in that situation before. And I can say the same about the Dallas Mavericks, I think, because there was a shot last year where it was, I think, 0.2 of a second or something crazy like that, and Luka hit that shot against the Trailblazers.
Yeah,
that was incredible. And I think it's moments like that that have, I think, the Mavericks ahead of the Warriors, because they're already scoring on shots like those, and they're already in the playoffs in their second year together, KP and Luka. Well, the Warriors, we were still waiting. We were hoping something good would bounce our way. So
yeah, I think that's a good point you made about that mentality of just understanding the moment, understanding where you need to be. Do you think that was a skill, like tangible things that you saw differently, or was it more of just their instincts were better, they were in the right place at the right, or they made the right decision?
I think it was the instincts more than anything.
Yeah, I think, sometimes when I watch the Mavericks, if I would point out two things. One, sometimes it's decision making, like for example, shot selection, and then sometimes it's, I don't want to use the word hustle because I feel like it gets used a little too much, but there's times when it's like it's that moment of the game and you have to get a rebound, or you have to make a play on the ball, or you have to get a stop, and there's a certain mindset or tenacity that championship teams have, and the Mavericks right now just don't have it. And I think, like you said, they've just never been in that situation before.